Welcome to today's Explainer. We're tackling a foundational text for millions today, yet somehow simply trying to buy a copy can feel like an absolutely insurmountable hurdle. So, we are going to be demystifying Bible translations, turning what is normally a super overwhelming process into a clear, actionable guide. If you're a focused learner wanting to cut through all the noise and just figure out exactly where to begin, well, you are definitely in the right place. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt completely, utterly overwhelmed when trying to buy a Bible? If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. Imagine walking into a bookstore or pulling up Amazon, ready to finally make this purchase. You have the absolute best of intentions, but then, boom, you are immediately hit with a giant wall of options. You're suddenly paralyzed by the sheer volume of choices. What should be a really simple, inspiring decision turns into this stressful, confusing research project. You look at the covers, and you're immediately hit with this absolute alphabet soup of acronyms. KJV, NIV, NLT, ESV, and KJV. It's like, am I buying a book or taking an eye exam here? And to make matters even more confusing, you look at the price tags. Some cost $10, some cost well over $100. This is the exact moment where so many beginners either end up buying the wrong version, one they can't understand a single word of, or they just get so overwhelmed that they walk away entirely without buying anything at all. Now, all of this confusion boils down to one really foundational question. Why on earth are there so many versions of just one book? I mean, isn't it just one single text? It's a completely logical question. You wouldn't go to the store to buy The Great Gatsby and find 20 different English versions of it sitting on the shelf, right? So why does this happen here? Well, understanding the answer to this core question is literally the very first step in clearing up all that confusion. The answer actually comes down to a simple historical truth. The Bible wasn't originally written in English. It was written thousands of years ago in ancient languages, mostly Hebrew and Greek. Therefore, every single English version you see sitting on a shelf is a translation. It's not that one is the real Bible and the others are fakes. Instead, modern translators have to make specific and sometimes really difficult choices about how to bring those ancient words in today's English language. And how they actually make those translation choices generally falls into two distinct camps. On one side, you have the word-for-word approach. This is highly precise and stays as close to the original ancient wording as physically possible. But because it's translating ancient idioms directly, it can sound pretty stiff or old-fashioned to a modern ear. On the flip side, you have the thought-for-thought approach. This focuses on making the actual meaning clear in modern, easy-to-read English. If you're a beginner, this is exactly where you want to start, just so you don't need a dictionary to get through a single chapter. Section 2. Top Picks for Beginners. Let's look at the absolute best starting options based on our source material. Coming in as the #1 pick is the NLT, or New Living Translation. This is a thought-for-thought translation that reads incredibly clearly and naturally, almost like a standard everyday book. If you've ever felt the text sounds like confusing ancient poetry, the NLT fixes that instantly. A really close second is the NIV, the New International Version. This one sits right in the sweet spot. It's highly versatile, accurate, and arguably the most popular English Bible in the entire world. Finally, as a great alternative, there's the CSB, or Christian Standard Bible, which gets huge praise from new readers for being very readable and modern. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. What about the famous thee, thou, and verily? Well, the King James Version is historically famous and beautifully poetic, but that archaic English can be incredibly difficult to grasp when you're just starting out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but as a beginner, our source recommends holding off. Save it for later when you've built up a stronger foundation. Moving on to your pre-purchase checklist, here are 3 quick things to check before you actually buy. Step 1. Get a study Bible. This is absolutely crucial. A study Bible includes explanatory notes at the bottom of the page, historical context, and maps right there in the book. This is a total game changer because it acts like a built-in teacher. Step 2, check the print size. I know this sounds minor, but it is a huge deal. Look for comfort print or large print so you don't exhaust your eyes trying to read cramped text every single day. Step 3, pick a format you'll actually use. Whether that's a physical book that allows you to focus without digital distractions or something else entirely, just choose what fits your real life. But hey, if you weren't quite sure yet, a highly recommended starting point is the free YouVersion Bible app. It puts all of these different translations right in your pocket. This is a fantastic, completely zero-risk way to explore different versions, read a few chapters, and see which translation style actually clicks with your brain before you commit to buying a physical copy. Now, once you have your copy, you still might run into some tricky passages. It happens. For this, the source material creator recommends their companion guide called Bible Decoded. It's designed specifically to explain the confusing parts of Scripture in plain language. It breaks down those famous verses and guides you through the text so you don't end up feeling lost after bringing your brand new book home. Which brings us to our final section, the ultimate goal, which is to just start. Ultimately, the absolute best Bible is simply the one you'll actually open and read. So take the pressure off. You don't need the most expensive copy or the one with the prettiest leather cover. People literally spend weeks agonizing over finding the quote-unquote perfect version, and as a result, they never read a single page. Don't fall into that trap of analysis paralysis. Pick the NLT or the NIV and just start reading. Which brings us to our final question for you to ponder today. Which version are you going to start with, and honestly, what is stopping you? The goal here isn't perfection. It's simply taking that very first step and opening the book. So let this explainer be your starting line. Pick a clear, easy-to-read translation, grab a study edition, and just begin your journey. Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive, and I really hope this empowers you to take that next step with complete confidence. Welcome to today's explainer. We're tackling a foundational text for millions today, yet somehow simply trying to buy a copy can feel like an absolutely insurmountable hurdle.